Hey guys, Vinith here and welcome back to my YouTube channel VDiaries. The Redmi Note 5 Pro has been in the news recently for a lot of reasons. One of them is the hype created around its fancy dual camera setup. Today we'll be taking a closer look at it and diving into its camera samples to see whether the camera is really worth of that extra $1000 company is asking for. Before we go any further, if this is your first time on my channel, then don't forget to subscribe, and if you end up liking the content, then do like this video and share your thoughts in comment section. Now let's roll that intro. If you think the dual camera design on Redmi Note 5 Pro is inspired from somewhere, then you don't have to struggle a lot to know that it looks exactly like iPhone X. From the dual camera setup, the main camera is a 12 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture and it has a 1.25 micron pixel size. The secondary lens is a 5 megapixel sensor with f2.0 aperture and it has 1.12 micron pixel size. The secondary lens is used to capture the depth information. This combo is accompanied by a single tone dual LED flash and it uses phase detection autofocus for focusing. The focusing speed is fast and it doesn't struggle finding focus on some complex objects as well. The focusing problem arises when the camera is not moving and if you try to introduce new object in front of the camera. In such cases, slightly move the camera position and you're sorted. The camera is supposed to provide enhanced performance in low light photography. One more downside of this camera is it can record videos only up to 1080p, that too at 30 frames per second. No 4K, no 1080p at 60 fps. Videos from rear camera are electronically stabilized. Moving to the front camera of Redmi Note 5 Pro, where another significant upgrade has been done. The front hosts now massive 20 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture. The camera has 1 micron pixel size and it comes with single LED flash. The front setup is capable of shooting 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. The phone retails at a starting price of $14,000 for 4GB RAM and 64GB storage version, and the higher 6GB RAM variant with 64GB storage goes for $17,000. Taking a look at the camera application, where there are some changes Xiaomi has done to match up, or should I say copy the iOS camera interface. It can now shoot portrait from both rear as well as front facing camera. Background blurs in portrait shots from selfie camera is managed using the software. You can shoot slow-mo and time-lapse in the video section, even take the manual control of the camera. But you can only control white balance and ISO, and there are no other parameters that you can manage on your own. Let's now roll the samples. Please note that all these pictures are clicked using auto mode. Surprisingly, the rear camera doesn't provide auto HDR mode and the front camera does. I will mention wherever I have used any special mode, so keep an eye for that in the left top corner. Starting with the samples in good lighting conditions, the camera produces some crisp and bright images. The saturation and dynamic range is very good. It does bring a true color tones to the objects. The sharpness further enhances when the photos are clicked in HDR mode. The portrait is accurate in most of the occasions. The algorithm sometimes fails when it comes to identifying very complex objects. Coming to the low light photography, the camera tries to keep the noise as low as possible. But in the darker areas, you can find some amount of grain. Coming to the macro shots, the detailing is at par. Now let's see the video samples from the rear facing camera. Because of lesser frames per second, the fast moving objects looks distorted, but the overall quality is really good. The electronic stabilization does its job very well and the footage looks very stable. Coming to the front facing camera, the images look sharper but looks a bit overexposed. You can adjust the exposure to your liking in the camera app itself. The phone doesn't have secondary camera at the front and the portrait identification is managed using the software. But it gets things right in most of the places. The flash at the front does help in low light. The camera also tries to keep the noise as low as possible. Here is a video sample from the front facing camera of Redmi Note 5 Pro. So I'm recording this video from the front facing camera of Redmi Note 5 Pro. So this is how the video quality would be. On the screen right now I can see that the footage is going really well. So once this footage will go into the system, then I'll be able to comment on this. But I'm overall satisfied. It has a 20 megapixel front facing camera. That is massive. As you can see, it takes little more time to adjust the exposure when the lighting condition changes drastically. So to conclude, Xiaomi has done a great job in camera section of Redmi Note 5 Pro. The rear camera clicks great shots in both good as well as in low light conditions. I would have liked the 4K video shooting facility or at least 1080p at 60 fps, but it is not a big deal for most of you guys. The selfie camera also clicks some great shots and the detailing it gets is top notch. If you're looking for a smartphone that has great camera, then I highly recommend the Redmi Note 5 Pro to you. In case you wish to buy, then there is a link in the description which you can use to help my channel at no extra cost. I hope you like this video. Do like and share it with your friends and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. This has been Vinith and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.